Somebody help! Ma'am, please just let me go!
Absolutely not. I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Help! Somebody help! Ma'am, please, you're literally hurting me!
Oh, you think I'd believe you after the stunt you pulled back there? No.
There wasn't a stunt. I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking.
Shut up. Help! Somebody help me!
Ma'am, is everything all right? Are you hurt?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened, officer. This little rat stole my phone and thought no one would notice, but I caught her just in time.
She stole your phone.
Yes, she snatched it right when I had my back turned. I had only set it down for 1, maybe 2 seconds, and next thing I knew, it was gone.
Officer, I promise I didn't steal anything from anybody.
Oh, yeah? Why were you sneaking around? Why did you look so nervous? You knew you had done something wrong, and I caught her just in time.
So you suspected that she stole your phone, and rather than confronting her about it, you dragged her down to the police station?
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna let her get away. Stealing is a serious crime, and I spent a lot of money on that phone.
I see. Well, you guys are here now, so why don't you just let her go, and we can all just talk this out.
No, I am not letting her go until she is in handcuffs or in a holding cell.
Officer, I'm not gonna run anywhere.
Ma'am, I believe you won't.
Absolutely not. She has to be in handcuffs before I let this girl go.
Again, ma'am, if you can just kindly let her go, we'll take a seat and talk all this out.
I want her arrested now.
Officer, it's okay. Honestly, just do what she says so we can just stop all this.
All right. I'll take you over to a holding cell.
Thank you, good Lord. That's so hard.
Follow me. I'm really sorry about all this, Miss Wilson, but whenever you feel ready to share it, I do need to take your statement.
I understand. I'm ready.
Can I get your full name, please, for the record?
Abby Wilson.
And where do you live, Miss Wilson?
I live in Culver City at 145 Duranter Boulevard.
Can you please tell me what happened earlier today with Miss Winthrop?
Yeah, God. Well, it all happened at the Topanga Mall right down the road. I worked there at one of the stores, and I was just visiting my coworkers on my day off because we were all gonna go out afterwards. And I was planning on surprising them and scaring them at work, so I was sort of just like sneaking around so they wouldn't see me. And then, I don't know, I was just trying to find a good spot, and then all of a sudden this lady just comes out of nowhere and grabs me.
Mrs. Winthrop grabbed you?
Yes, and immediately she started going on and on about how I stole her phone and how I was trying to escape, and
I see. And why did you leave the mall with her?
I don't know. Honestly, I was just so panicked and embarrassed that I didn't want to make more of a scene than it already was, so I just agreed to leave with her. I know I should have stood up for myself and just, I don't know, done something differently, but I was just really scared and panicked and embarrassed.
It's okay. You did what you had to do. And when I saw Mrs. Winthrop was, let's just say, abrasive.
Definitely. She was so convinced that I had her phone. I practically had to push her off of me from searching me and all my belongings.
Well, listen, the way she treated you was definitely wrong. Do you have any idea where her phone was or might be?
No, not a clue. I've never seen her or met her ever in my life. I didn't even see her at the food court until she grabbed me.
I see. From our discussion earlier, Mrs. Winthrop stated that you had been creeping around the food court and eyeing her the entire time she was there. So when her phone disappeared and she saw you standing close by, she knew it was you? What are your thoughts on that?
I promise I wasn't looking to steal anything from anyone for that matter. I was just there to surprise my friends, that's all.
I understand. Thank you for your time and cooperation, Miss Wilson.
Do you believe me?
Unfortunately, it's not up to me to make that judgment call, but I do know that you don't deserve to be held in a detaining cell for something like this. So why don't we head back to the main lobby and sort this all out?
Okay. Thank you, officer.
Right this way.
Yes. Thank you so much, officer. I'm assuming she's going to prison?
Ma'am, we're not going to the prison. We're just gonna stay right here.
What? But you got her. I assume she confessed to you everything that happened? Otherwise you wouldn't have let her out of the holding cell, right?
Mrs. Winthrop, why don't you go ahead and tell me about your day at the mall?
What do you mean? I already told you everything that happened. How many times do you need me to repeat myself? I was at the food court and this girl stole my phone.
No, ma'am, I mean before that. Can you tell me what you were doing prior to the phone being stolen?
Well, I was going shopping and I found this jacket that I needed and I was using my phone to take selfies in it. And then I went to the food court and it got too hot, so I set my phone down to take the jacket off. And when I had my back turned, this girl stole the phone and I turned around and I caught her.
I see. Did you happen to check the floor where you were sitting? I mean, maybe you had fallen out onto the ground while you were taking off your jacket.
Yes, I am not an idiot, officer. Of course I looked around. I was looking everywhere, and that's when I spotted her looking so suspicious.
I thought you said earlier that you had already been keeping an eye on Miss Wilson.
Yes, I mean, does it really matter? The point is, I was quick enough to detain this girl. I honestly should get an award for how quickly I acted to catch a pickpocket.
Mrs. Winthrop, while she was in the cell, Miss Wilson here agreed to get a full pat-down. And we found no items on her that didn't belong to her. How could she have taken your phone and hidden it?
I don't know. Maybe she tossed it to one of her accomplices. I'm sure she's very experienced at pickpocketing.
Okay. Well, ma'am, I have my phone right here. Why don't you go ahead and call your number and let's see who picks it up.
Of course.
Well, looks like we found the phone.
We sure did. Mrs. Winthrop, what do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know. Maybe she planted it back in my purse.
All right. All right. I've heard enough. All right. Enough of this. Mrs. Winthrop, you have been extremely aggressive and violent. You not only need to take responsibility for your false accusations, you also owe Miss Wilson here a sincere apology.
You can't prove anything. I don't owe anyone anything.
Ma'am, let me lay this out to you. You can be charged with assault if Miss Wilson wishes to press charges. This is a very serious matter, and I suggest you treat it as such.
I won't press charges, but I would like an apology.
Well, then you can keep on waiting. I'm suing you. I'm suing all of you. Be prepared to hear from my lawyer for wrongful accusations or something. This is not the last you've seen of me.
God, what a nightmare. I am truly sorry about this, Miss Wilson. Genuinely. And if you want to press charges, we can.
Thank you so much, officer. No, there's not really a point. I honestly can't even deal with her anymore, so. But thank you for everything.
Okay, not a problem. I mean, I'm still gonna file this incident report, so she still has some headaches coming her way, but if you need anything, just give me a call.
Thank you, officer. I appreciate all your help.
Of course.